Okay, so at this point, you know about education abroad and you know about COIL, and hopefully you're excited about these opportunities. Many students, when they talk about COIL or education abroad, use adjectives such as life-changing, eye-opening, amazing. And while I certainly hope that that's the case for you too, and those initial reactions to these experiences are really important and need to be honored, I also want you to be thinking a little bit more strategically, because you might find in your circle of family and friends that not everybody is necessarily open to your interest in perhaps spending a semester in London, or they don't always understand why maybe you're interested in working with students in Mexico. And I want to give you some things to think about, some basically facts that you can use to help make a compelling and convincing argument as to why these experiences are critical to your undergraduate experience. The first is that 1 in 5 jobs in the US is linked to global trade. 1 in 5. And I'll show you at the end of the video a map of West Virginia and how international companies are, well, the distribution of international companies here within the state. But for now, think about that. 1 in 5 are linked to global trade. And when you read articles about the kind of characteristics that are appealing and desirable to employers these days, you hear a lot of people making mention of certain skills. Problem solving is a big one. Effective communication, working within a team. But they're also talking about hiring people who are tolerant, who can practice empathy. And I just recently read something where the number 1 and 2 trait that I think it was a CEO of Google was looking for was creativity and persistence. So these are skills that are actually very often developed in education abroad and COIL experiences. So your participation in these areas allows you to set yourself apart from other job candidates. When they say, okay, how are you a persistent person? Give me an example of persistence in your academic career, right? You might have a concrete story then that you can use to support that quality that you perhaps used in a resume. Or when they say, okay, how are you as a problem solver? You could talk about the problem solving that you had to do when you were away or when you were working in a multicultural team setting in a COIL project. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can share the screen one last time with you, because I really would like you to have a look at this map. And as you can see here, there are many international companies in West Virginia. So you don't necessarily have to leave the state to encounter the sort of multicultural, intercultural work environment, right? That you think about perhaps when you think of major cities. This is a map from 2014, so it's a few years old, but you can see that the distribution of companies, we're looking at easily over 75 companies from a variety of countries around the world, working here in West Virginia with offices here in West Virginia. So whether you intend to stay within state, whether you intend to leave the state, what you need to understand is that these skills can be developed as an undergraduate, and they can be certainly enhanced and refined in education abroad and COIL type experiences. So when friends or family say, why do you want to do this? Yes, you want to do it because it's life-changing, but you want to do it because it's going to make you a better citizen of the world, it's going to make you a more marketable job applicant, and it's going to give you a skill set that not everybody else will have, and therefore you stand apart. You are a desirable candidate, and you're going to land a job that maybe somebody who went through their undergraduate experience without pursuing these opportunities, same grades, right? Same kind of undergraduate coursework, right? But you had the COIL or education abroad edge.